Are the Kings the best team in California now? As crazy as it may sound, the Sacramento Kings are the best team in California right now. The Sacramento Kings is an American professional basketball team based in Sacramento, California. The Kings compete in the National Basketball Association (NBA) as a Western Conference Pacific Division member. The Kings are the oldest team in the NBA and the first and only team in the major professional North American sports leagues located in Sacramento. The team plays its home games at the Golden One Center. Their best season to date in the city were in the early 2000s, including a very successful 2001-02 season when they had the best record in the NBA at 61-21, a winning percentage of .744. With an 8-6 record and a 5-game winning streak, the Sacramento Kings are the best team in California this far into the season. Here's a look at how they reached their current position. 2020 to present, the Monte McNair and Mike Brown era. On August 14, 2020, the Sacramento Kings announced that general manager Vlade Divac would resign from his position. Joe Dumars, a former player and executive for the Detroit Pistons, would be named interim executive vice president of basketball operations. Dumars had joined the Kings as a special advisor in June of the previous year. Following a month-long search, the Sacramento Kings announced on September 17, 2020, that Houston Rockets executive Monte McNair would be hired as the franchise's new general manager. With the Rockets, McNair spent 13 years working under Daryl Morey, serving in various roles. He was most recently named assistant general manager in 2018. Following this hire, interim executive Joe Dumars was named the chief strategy officer of the organization. Other candidates for the position include Minnesota Timberwolves executive vice president Sachin Gupta, Denver Nuggets general manager Calvin Booth, and former Atlanta Hawks general manager Wes Wilcox. McNair announced 3 additional hires on October 14, 2020. These included the aforementioned Wes Wilcox, who became an assistant GM, former Philadelphia 76ers scouting director Phil Jabbour as vice president of player personnel, and Oklahoma City Blue executive Paul Johnson as director of basketball operations. In July 2021, Dial Capital, a unit of Blue Owl Capital, began to solidify a deal investing in the basketball team, giving the investment firm a 5% stake in the team with a valuation of $1.5 billion, though another person familiar with the matter placed the valuation closer to $1.8 billion. In the 2021 NBA Draft, the Kings selected Davion Mitchell from Baylor University as the 9th pick. On November 22nd, head coach Luke Walton was fired after a mediocre 6-11 start. He was then replaced by Alvin Gentry on an interim basis. For the 16th season in a row, the Sacramento Kings failed to reach the playoffs and thus passed the Los Angeles Clippers for the longest playoff drought in NBA history. Following the season, the Kings fired Gentry as head coach. On May 9, 2022, Golden State Warriors associate head coach Mike Brown was announced as the next head coach of the Kings. His tenure with the team began after the Warriors finished their 2021-2022 season, where they won the 2022 NBA Finals championship. Off-season moves. This year, the Kings hope to snap their 16-year playoff drought. Their first off-season move was hiring Mike Brown as a new head coach. Drafting Keegan Murray with the number 4 pick in the 2022 NBA Draft was also a significant off-season move for the Kings. Murray has proven that he's worth such a high pick so far. He won the Summer League MVP award in Las Vegas this year. In the regular season, the Iowa small forward is averaging 12 points per game, 3.7 rebounds per game, and 1.1 assists per game. He's putting up these numbers on an extremely efficient, effective shooting percentage of 56%. The Kings also acquired Kevin Huerter from the Atlanta Hawks in return for Mo Harkless, Justin Holiday, and a future draft pick. Last year, Huerter averaged 12.1 points, 3.4 rebounds, and 2.7 assists per game last season, while shooting 45.4% from the field, which is a career high. Being only 23, Huerter adds great shooting and more youth to an already young Kings team. The Kings also added Malik Monk, who was a free agent after his contract with the Los Angeles Lakers expired. Monk has met expectations, putting up similar numbers to last year. This season, he's averaging 13.1 points per game, 2.4 rebounds per game, and 4.2 assists per game. So far, he has an efficient shooting percentage of 55%, and he's shooting 93% from the foul line. King Squad. In addition to new Kings like Werther, Murray, and Monk, Sacramento has found other young prospects. Domantas Sabonis, a 26-year-old from Gonzaga, joined the Kings after starting his career with the Indiana Pacers. This season with the Kings, he's putting up 17.7 points per game, 10.8 rebounds per game, and 5.9 assists per game. De'Aaron Fox has led the team, as usual, adding 24.8 points per game, 4.8 rebounds per game, and 6.4 assists per game. The Kings also have veterans in Harrison Barnes and Matthew Dellavedova. Overall, the Kings have had a promising start. They'll likely snap their 16-year playoff drought, and with some luck, they might make a deep playoff run.
If you want to watch more amazing videos like this, kindly subscribe and click the like button to become part of our family.